Hello and welcome to this Open Awards qualification overview on the Level 3 Diploma in the Principles and Practice for Pharmacy Technicians. My name is Julie Goodwin, Product Development Manager for Open Awards, and I'll be leading you through this exciting new qualification. So we'll be touching on the aims of the qualification, its structure and entry requirements, alongside the delivery of the qualification, aspects of health and safety, and feedback and continuous improvement. The aim of the qualification has been to confirm occupational competency for pharmacy technicians working in a pharmacy setting. We've been working closely with the General Pharmaceutical Council and Skills for Health for a number of years to develop the diploma. Gaining both governing bodies' input and approval has been vital, for once achieved, learners will be licensed to dispense pharmaceutical products. In addition, and subject to regulatory requirements, learners will also be able to register with the General Pharmaceutical Council as pharmacy technicians. This is a 21 mandatory unit qualification with a total qualification time of 1,320 hours, and the guided learning hours are set at 785. So as you can imagine, this is a lengthy qualification, probably taking about 2 years to complete. On the screen, you can see just a basic overview of a few of the units that will need to be delivered in this mandatory qualification. And you can see we cover things from biology, chemistry. There's also microbiology, as well as person-centered approach to dispensing, stock control, and other aspects of working in a pharmacy. We do have a full list of all the units available and support materials in our qualification guide on the website. Entry requirements for this qualification are set as follows. The minimum age is 16 plus. Minimum entry requirements, we're looking for GCSE English and Maths at grade C or the new grade 4 above or equivalent, and recommended that learners have a level 2 or equivalent in science. What will be mandatory, though, for learners will be obtaining a good character reference through the DBS system. There's also full health checks for all learners required, and it's essential that learners are employed in a training role at a suitable pharmacy, and that learners sign a learning agreement before the course commences. So, who can deliver the qualification? New and existing centres are free to apply to deliver the qualification, but given the nature of the qualification, you will need to provide evidence of the following: that you have suitable qualified and experienced staff, and that staffing levels are at a good level to support all unit delivery, that resources to deliver the course within the working setting are good, and that facilities are fit for purpose, and that there is an appropriate range of learning resources available for learners. All centres will be required to submit a delivery and assessment plan as part of the application to ensure that they're able to meet the assessment principles. As part of that, centres are required to have the following staff in situ. We're looking for assessors, internal quality assurers. Expert witnesses are encouraged, as they will be looking at the contribution of performance evidence which can be presented at assessment. And their role is to submit evidence as the assessor, I should say, as to the competency of the learner to meet the unit requirements. This evidence relates directly to the learner's performance in the workplace, so it's somebody who is based at that workplace. Coordinating and lead assessors, where more than one assessor is involved in the qualification, there must be a named assessor who is responsible for the overall coordination of the assessment for each candidate. This person will be responsible for integrating, planning, and directing the assessment for the whole qualification. And whilst each of these roles differs, there are some similarities. So for each of these roles, staff must be a registered pharmacist or a registered pharmacy technician. Assessors, expert witness, and coordinating leads must also be occupationally competent in the area of practice to which the unit being assessed applies. A competency and or working towards qualification for their role. So, for example, assessors and IQAs may be working towards a suitable qualification in that area. IQA, expert witness, and coordinating leads must have a working knowledge of pharmacy and or GP dispensing settings, the regulation, legislation, and codes of practice for the service. That's where applicable, at the time any assessment is taking place, and where applicable. Learners will build a portfolio of evidence to demonstrate that all the assessment criteria associated with each unit has been met. Learners are permitted to use one piece of evidence to demonstrate knowledge, skills, and understanding across different assessment criteria and or different units. We're looking for really like a holistic approaches to assessment where appropriate. And tutors and assessors need to ensure that all evidence presented in this portfolio is valid, that it's clearly demonstrating knowledge and skills set out in the assessment criteria, that it's reliable, which means that it will in general produce the same range of responses from learners as long as they've used similar circumstances and within similar groups, and inclusive so that no individual learner is excluded from the opportunity to show their achievement because of their individual background or experience. There's full details and support materials within the qualification guide, so that will be available on our website. Moving on, open awards as part of this process, where we'll be delivering and providing for you external quality assurance. And again, this quality assurance support will be from a registered pharmacist or a registered pharmacy technician who has a good working knowledge of pharmacy and or GP dispensing settings, the regulation, legislation, and codes of practice of service. So you can be sure of that. They will also hold or be working towards the appropriate EV qualification and have credible experience, which is clearly demonstrable through continuing learning and development. And will also be providing a comprehensive guide and support for all those who wish to deliver the qualification. With this qualification, we need to consider health and safety aspects because learners will be working within a working environment as well. So the relevant and appropriate risk assessments must be in place for that. And where appropriate, that both activities of the individuals, the learners and the patients is considered as part of that risk assessment. And we'll also be looking at student support to make sure that learners are supported throughout the journey and the length of the course, and their health and mental health is considered as part of that process too. And finally, we'll be looking for feedback and continuous improvement. Remember that feedback is the most important part of this maintaining of standards within qualifications. So we'll be looking for good and robust feedback to learners so that we can see that improvement in their performance against the assessment criteria. We'll also be looking for feedback from the IV to the tutors. And as part of this, we'll be looking for patient feedback as well, because they will be part and parcel of this process and assessment. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed our brief overview of the qualification. As I say, the qualification guide has got lots of supporting information in there, including learner agreements and all the aspects of information and advice and guidance alongside the delivery and assessment, IQA, everything that you need really to deliver the qualification. But if you would like to deliver this qualification, it will be available from the 1st of February 2020. The guides are on the website. And if you want to go forward, please give us a call at Open Awards on 0151 494 2072 or contact us at enquiries at openawards.org.uk. Good luck with the qualification, and we love to hear feedback. So if you do get involved in the qualification, please contact us to let us know how it's going and how your learners are doing and performing. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.